In 2021 alone, there were 200,000 irregular border crossings. And while this is far from the millions of migrants that arrived in 2016, it is still a staggering 60% increase compared to 2020. If these trends continue, another migrant crisis might be on the horizon, and this is why the EU is keen to pass the new Pact on Immigration and Asylum. The new Pact sets out a plethora of legislative aims, such as better border management, more solidarity among member states, and an EU-coordinated approach to asylum returns whose applications have been unsuccessful. Yet not a lot has happened since the idea was first floated in 2020. Discussions have hit a stalemate, so we'll be lucky to see a full implementation by the European election year of 2024. But there have been a couple of recent breakthroughs, most notably the solidarity mechanism, where migrants can be redistributed across the Union. The mechanism is triggered when a country is under pressure by a migration influx, to which other EU countries can voluntarily offer their assistance, through either hosting a share of migrants in their own country, or by providing financial contributions and operational support. So far, 18 EU countries and 3 non-EU countries have signed up to the mechanism, and France and Germany have already committed to host 3,000 and 3,500 migrants respectively, with the first migrants arriving in France last August. There are a couple of issues though. Firstly, it is implied that the mechanism aims to relocate about 10,000 migrants, which is only 5% of the total border crossings in 2021. And secondly, this new initiative is not legally binding, meaning that countries can still refuse to help. Not to mention that 9 EU countries are currently not part of the agreement. If we look back at the overall pact, the EU has also made some progress on their migration management tools. For instance, the new Eurodac regulation, which will modernize the EU asylum seeker database so that migration can be managed across EU member state borders. Or the new screening regulation, which will enable quick identity, health and security checks at EU borders. But these measures have yet to be discussed in the EU Parliament. You can see that a lot still has to be done, but there's hope that the mechanism will kickstart EU action, so that all these points can be addressed step by step. But what do you think? Which aim do you find most important? Make your opinion heard in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to get our next video on all things European Union. Until next time.